going on, everybody? Welcome to Chop and Brew. I'm in Don Osborne's basement with
Dono
and
Chris Paynes.
We're doing a real quick tasting note on a beer that was given to us by a great fan, a guy named Jimi Cooper, who is not only a homebrewer, he's an awesome guitarist. You may recognize some of his music from the old school BTV days. I've borrowed it for some Summit videos and most likely maybe even the background of this video. So he sent us a Black Tripel. That's right. It was inspired by a Charlie Papazian article in the May-June, I think, 2003 Zymergy, in which Charlie theorized that the next frontier was simply experimenting with color as it comes to beer. So the red IPA and the black IPA. So
yeah,
he
like
kind of
the black Kolsch that Stone has.
Oh, black Kolsch.
Yeah, there was a review in the paper recently that was
Some,
like, what?
It's a really simple malt bill. It's pretty much pale malt, debittered black malt, and then some cane sugar. So it's a real simple element.
Say how much cane sugar by chance?
Cane sugar is 1.5 pounds.
Okay.
Why, Dono?
Because one thing I get is a little bit of alcohol on the nose, which is not uncommon for a triple, and I believe that you might get that as a result of a little bit of sugar sometimes.
8.4%.
There you go.
He used the Belgian strong ale yeast strain. So those are our components. Also Willamette at 60 and Styrian Golding.
If only you would have blindfolded us and had us taste it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That would have been
Well, that would have
interesting.
been cool. Sounded good.
That would have been fun. Although I don't know if I like being blindfolded.
In a basement.
Have to try it sometime.
By two dudes.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm getting like the slightest bit, we talked about this before, like kind of a little bit of roast from the debittered black malt. And while I know that Carafa 2 and Carafa 3 and debittered black malt, theoretically their point is to be dark and not bittered, I've still never had a black IPA that I'm like, this is literally just black and IPA. I think these malts always give a little bit of roasty, cooked coffee kind of vibe. Nowhere near a porter, though.
And with that hint of that flavor, there is the presence of that Belgian yeast flavor, although in a triple it's not going to be as strong as in some other Belgian styles where that Belgian yeast character comes through a lot more.
Mhm.
But it's there. I think it's subtle in a triple, and in this beer it is there. A little bit of alcohol, a little bit of this mysterious black quality that you get from that debittered black. I don't know if I've ever even used that malt.
Yeah.
And but otherwise it's clean. It's clean tasting, which is
It's
always
really
something
good.
that I appreciate.
It was brewed in July of last year, so it's going on 9 months?
We're in May now, right?
You wouldn't know it.
Like 10 months.
Still tastes fresh.
It's actually perfect for this time of year here where it's like, isn't it May? Why is it still 45 degrees and there's no leaves? It's kind of like that winter
Transition.
strong spring beer.
Transition beer.
Yeah, shoulder season as Dawson likes to call them.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm starting to think the malt bill of just a simple, 2-row sugar, some black malt, skip the crystal malt, some hops, and that's all you need. Because I've got like blueberry flavors, some cherry. It's bitter, but it's sweet enough because I think chose the right hops with subtle lower cohumulone hops that don't clash with the burnt flavors. Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty well put together beer for as simple as it is.
I love it. I'm really getting to that point with not only brewing, but when I have a commercial beer that I really like and you bother to go to the website and find what's in it, I'm finding the beers I like are 3 or 4 malts, 2 or 3 hops. Gone are the days of the 18 malt.
You sound like a preacher.
Gone are the days of the kitchen sink.
You will not overcomplicate your malt bill.
Caramel
You
IPA.
will not.
I think the key is the deep bitter part though. If you get rid of the husk material, you get rid of that astringent, drying, burnt coffee taste that kind of slows you down in an IPA, which should be
Is that what
walkable.
the bitter insinuates? It's more like the meat of the kernel. It's not the shell and it's not the...
Yep, because what gets burnt is the outside husk that you use for lautering, which doesn't have a good flavor. That shouldn't go into the beer because it would be a tannin. So when you do pick that up, that's what makes for a bad beer. So
But those are some of the flavors that you want in styles where you're using black malt, black pan, chocolate,
stout,
whatever.
porter to some degree.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he didn't add any crystal malt, then I think it was a smart choice to use debittered. If he had used a bittered, roasted malt, maybe he would need crystal malt to balance out.
Oof.
But yeah,
Now everything's getting out of control.
You're a hater.
When you're using caramel,
You're a hater on
when
your
you're
crystal.
using caramel to balance out your brown malt. So big ups to Jimmy. This was his first attempt at step matching. We're going to
Good
link.
beer.
Yeah, we'll link not only his recipe, but I'll also throw in Charlie Papazian's original blog post. They're pretty much the same, but a little bit of different information. And Charlie P even includes the extract version. So
We're not even talking about the question of can you make a black triple. We don't have to. We can leave that up to the viewer.
You can.
Should you?
Should you make a black triple?
Look, let's just, you can, obviously. May you?
I think you should.
Might you? May you?
If for nothing else, for us
You know what
to
I'm
enjoy
saying.
in a basement,
Right.
you should.
Alright then.
Not you,
no.
Jimmy
No.
Cooper. From the Fractals in Duluth, mother effing Minnesota.
Ayo.
Alright, man. Cheers, Jimmy. Thanks for sending along. Check out those recipes at chopandbrew.com/recipes. Chop for chop.
Brew for brew.
It's called Paint It Black, actually. Charlie's was back. No, black is back. This is Paint It Black. I see a triple and I want to paint it black. You cannot put this triple into a paper sack.
Alright
That
then.
was good.
You will not overcomplicate your malt bill.